Hey guys, welcome to another vlog. I have pretty much just been sitting here past 4 videos or so, just making videos on my webcam. I will be recording some more gameplay in a minute. I have recorded some Tekken today. I want to record at least 3 characters and I've only recorded 1. Sorry. So yeah, I'm going to record some more of that, and I'm going to record quite a lot of other games that are just sitting right there. Right there. Fucking there. It's just right there. And that's anyway, I'll be recording them in a bit, just to get some more gameplay. But I quite like recording sort of vlog style videos and stuff like this. I don't know. It's just kind of fun. I get to talk and I get to express myself on some things, and I get to explain to you guys some things and talk about things. Because in my videos, I feel that I'm only given like a brief just like explanation of what I'm talking about, whereas on these sort of vlogs I can just talk and this is all it's about. And, I mean, you seem to enjoy it, so I'm going to keep going with this sort of stuff. And I'm thankful that you enjoy it, because obviously it means that I'm doing something. I mean, obviously I don't go by likes, I go by views. And of course, if you don't like the video, then that's fine. Not everyone's going to like my stuff anyway. But anyway, on to the topic I wanted to talk about, which is fighting games, how I got into them, and why I like them. First of all, it was Tekken. I think it was Tekken 2. Yes. I hadn't really played a fighting game before when I was younger, but then when I had my PlayStation 1, someone came over and lent me a copy of Tekken 2, and I held on to that copy for like 2 years. And I said to them, "Did you want that back by any chance?" They said, "Nah, just keep it, I'm not going to play it anymore." So I've had the same copy of Tekken 2 ever since I was about 8. I was never really that good at it until later on in life. And I'm still not great at any of the Tekken games now. I have main characters, but as I said, I'm not professional by any means. I'm just average, I guess. And the reason I enjoy them so much is because, well, one, it's nostalgic for me, and two, I think they're just made right. I mean, I like most fighting games, to be honest. I have quite a lot of fighting games. I have Virtual Fighter, I have Dead or Alive. This is like the series. I'm not just saying this one game. I have Soul Calibur, Soul Blade, which is also known as Soul Edge in America. Mortal Kombat, obviously Tekken. Um, Teo Feng. Yeah, so I have quite a few sort of series and games in general. And I don't know, there's just something quite satisfying about getting good at a game like that. I have no idea. I don't know why. It's just whenever I play games like that and I get a little bit good with a character, I'm just like, yeah, no, that feels good. But yeah, so I started off with Tekken 2, and then I started getting into gaming quite, like a couple of years later, I started to really get into gaming, so that's when I started sort of buying games a lot more often. And I ended up finding a copy of Tekken 1, and Tekken 3 was given to me, which was quite lucky. It was only the disc, and that's why it's a bit naffed now. In fact, it's very naffed now because it was just a disc. Although it was sitting in the Tekken 2 case, it got scratched quite badly because I had a habit of not putting discs away when I was younger. Now I have a very much a big habit of putting them in the case, regardless if it's the right case or no. If it's the right case, I put it in there, but if it has no case, I find a sleeve or something. So yeah. Anyway, so Tekken 3 was by far my favourite, and still is my favourite to this day. I haven't really played one recently that I've enjoyed as much as I have with 3. Um, I feel that the Tekken series has gone. I'm not saying bad, but it's gone a hell of a lot different. Now, I'm not saying it's not allowed to evolve, but it's just, I don't know. I prefer the older ones. That's just the way I roll with that sort of thing. Um, and yeah, I mean, it also introduced me to Mortal Kombat. My brother introduced me to Mortal Kombat actually. I can't remember which one. I think he had Mortal Kombat Trilogy, and me and my nephew used to play it all the time because we didn't really have many sort of co-op games aside from Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. It was like the only other one that I had. So yeah, I played a lot of Mortal Kombat. I was never, I'm still to this day never good at Mortal Kombat. I just cannot be good at that game for some reason. Um, I always used to put like the infinite fatality cheat on, so I could just take my time with the fatalities on Trilogy and that. One game I do want to get is Ultimate Mortal Kombat actually, but that's gonna go off topic, so I'm gonna try not to do that. Um, I know I say a lot. That's basically the sentence breaker. So yeah, anyway, I got into Mortal Kombat a little bit when I was a kid, but then my brother introduced me a little bit into Street Fighter. I've never fully gotten into Street Fighter. I mean, the only one I play at the moment is EX3, because I think that's the only one I have. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the only Street Fighter game I have anyway. But aside from that, oh no, it isn't. I have a few others on the PlayStation, but I've never really played them much, so I'm not really good at them at all. But basically, all of my it kind of was a chain of events. I was introduced to Tekken by someone who lent it to me, and then from there I was introduced to all the other games in Mortal Kombat, Virtua Fighter, not so much. Virtua Fighter came sort of kind of when I was 13, 14, but that's only when I knew about it, and I never really owned one of their games until recently, quite honestly. Um, and then yeah, it was like all the other, it was like Soul Blade and Soul Calibur and all that sort of stuff, and I was introduced to all of them. And that's when basically my fighting game fandom kicked in, and I pretty much only played fighting games for quite a long time, but I never practiced really. I just played them for the lels. I never played them to get really good. I just played them because I could. I played the shit out of Tekken 3 though. I completed the whole thing, and I still to this day play the crap out of it really when I have time because it's just such a fun game. I have with fighting games, as much as it is nice obviously to get better at them. I've never wanted to be like amazing at them. Um, I think the only reason why is because if I don't want to get to the point where I'm really good, and then there's like really difficult for me to lose. I know it sounds really strange, but I like challenge. It's probably why, as much as it's masochistic, I like going back to like this is I want to be the guy and Super Ghouls and Ghosts uh, and Ninja Gaiden and Dead or Alive on like hard modes because I like challenge, but I don't like it when it's like unfair challenge. Um, Soul Blade has kind of a spike. Soul Blade now somehow I'm pretty decent at it. Soul Blade I like went through the whole thing apart from Cervantes who just always just destroys me. I have no idea why, but I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if anyone else has had this experience, but Cervantes just completely obliterates me for like 10 minutes straight, and then I beat him, and then Soul Edge does the same thing, and then I win. You know, after about 20 minutes on the last like, final two bosses and shit. I don't know if I'm the only one who experienced that, but my god. But fun fact though, aside from like a few intros that I do really enjoy, Soul Blade slash Soul Edge, whatever you want to freaking call it, has my favourite intro of all time ever. Pretty much. The only one that sort of tops it a little bit is Kingdom Hearts and Resident Evil 3. Resident Evil 3 intro, like the bit before the main menu, Soul Blade, and oh no, Tekken 2 and Kingdom Hearts. They're like my favourite intros ever. But Soul Blade is definitely one of my favourites because it's got great music. It makes you feel like you want to go on this journey to fight and beat the enemy. It gives you just like this feeling of power as well because all the characters introduce you to all the characters. It just does it so well. I mean, I think there was literally the good thing that also made that I quite liked was it wasn't really changed from the Japanese slash American release. The only thing that was changed is when Cervantes takes off his face. In the American version, his head jitters a bit like that, but in the English one, it doesn't really, or the European one. And in the UK release, when Sophia's like bathing in the water and stands up to see the statue, in the English version she has a top on, in the American version she doesn't. So that's literally the only difference. But now I'm really getting off track to one. Fuck! Kind of relevant because I'm talking about fighting games. But still, now I'm talking about the differences in intros. Fuck's sake. You will get used to my rambling. If you haven't already, you will get used to my rambling. But yes, essentially Tekken got me started in fighting games, and it just went off from there, and now I absolutely love fighting games. Give me a fighting game any day. Like Power Stone as well. Fucking brilliant game. I've only got it on the PSP at the moment, but still amazing. So yeah, that's how I was introduced to fighting games, and that's also why I like them. It gives you that feeling of just, I don't know, just fun. And it has quite a nice bit of challenge, and it's just good. It's just all around pretty damn good. So yeah, I have rambled quite a lot, but hopefully you've still enjoyed it. If you have, then cool, and if you haven't, then my apologies for not being a good vlogger and slash YouTuber. YouTuber. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed, and I shall see you later. Bye.